Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, is a very happy man. And Uhuru Kenyatta is enjoying the fallout between William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. And for you to understand why Uhuru Kenyatta is happy, I want to play for you this short clip here of Sabina Chege.
I would say the Kenya Kwanza government came in the issue of church, we believe in God, and I think every conversation they started with Bwana Asifiwe. But the Bwana Asifiwe has faded. They have kept the Bible down now. And now they are looking for solutions from people, not from God. Initially, even remember, when there was no rain, there were prayers at Nyayo Stadium, praying for rain. But when the political issue came, they went to look for political friends so that then they can come together and now have numbers in parliament. But what happened to your God that you so much believed in, and who gave you all the solution? And I think that is the reality of the matter. That is where we need to start and think about 2027. It's not about regions. It will be about these people, the issues that the people are looking at.
After taking over the presidency of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto embarked on a journey of forcefully taking over Jubilee Party from Uhuru Kenyatta. And William Ruto used none other than Sabina Chege. And one of the individuals William Ruto used to fight Uhuru Kenyatta when he was still the president was none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Yesterday, 48 members of parliament from the mountain, out of 69, officially declared Professor Kithure Kindiki as their kingpin and the link to the president. That move is making Uhuru Kenyatta a very happy man. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why Uhuru Kenyatta is actually smiling wherever he is. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into Mpesa, Airtel Money, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always maintained that the fallout between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua was going to be worse than the fallout we witnessed between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. And all of them are going to be based on one constant of politics: the betrayal. I've always told you that in politics you have how many constants? Two: the betrayal and interest. In the two instances, the constant is going to be betrayal. And most Kenyans will be like, between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto, who has betrayed the other? But Uhuru Kenyatta is very happy. Still on Sabina Chege. Listening to Sabina Chege for you to understand why Uhuru is happy. Then we dive in.
Remember when Mwai Kibaki came to power, he had an accident. He was not very well. He could also not even articulate his issues very well. And I don't even remember anywhere that Mwai Kibaki at his term, even within the mountain, associated himself with the mountain or even came and stood. And there was a narrative that was said that once he went home to his home in Udaya and women came dancing, he told them, wachani kuregarega, and then mukafanya kazi. He never even entertained women to come and sing for him and everything else. He drove from Nairobi straight to his home in Udaya without stopping anywhere. But work was being done because Pahe was built. He had Professor, I think, Nico and Johi. There were a few other people who were kitchen cabinet who made things, and Akina Mudaura, who made things move. Not necessarily President Kibaki, but with his blessings. And I think with our current president, he seemed to be doing everything. He seemed to be the person making decisions. He seemed to be the person going to the ground to launch. He seemed to be the person convincing people he needs a team.
And he's the kitchen.
He's in the kitchen, he's cooking, he's serving, he's also washing, he's also advising himself. He needs people who can, work for him. Let the cabinet secretaries go and launch those projects. Let the PSs go and do the feasibility
studies. Let them do their job. Yes.
So let him sit and do at the higher level. chair the cabinet and take time off so that he's human.
Mheshimiwa,
He's not a machine. He cannot handle everything. And at one point, he'll break down and he'll make decisions that are not good decisions because he'll work under pressure.
What makes you think
because
those decisions are not being made even now?
Sorry?
What makes you think those bad decisions are not being made even now?
Well, I'm not, I am not saying they are not being made. But the whole issue is, and my advice to the president is get a team that also have the touch on the ground. Because if today I walk in Muranga or I go to the market, people will talk to me and they'll tell me this is what is happening. But there are people who have no feel, who have no contact, but they have this theory and they have studied, and so they will work on things like theoretically. But in reality, some of those things will not work. And I would also say this to the president, especially the person who drafted for you the finance bill. That is your enemy. That is an enemy of Kenyan, and that is a person who wanted you out of power. That is actually a person who wanted you to lose.
To fail.
To fail completely.
Now, from that clip, if you paid very close attention to what Sabina Chege is trying to say, Sabina Chege is actually very bitter with William Ruto. I don't know where she is as we speak, the camp, whether she's with Ruto or Rigathi Gachagua. But from that speech, from the tone, Sabina Chege is disappointed. And the disappointment of Sabina Chege gives Uhuru Kenyatta the joy he deserves. So Uhuru Kenyatta is happy because, number one, he has been vindicated. If there's one individual who wants the mountain not to vote for William Ruto, that man was Uhuru Kenyatta. He warned them that better mzee than yule mwenye atalamba kila kitu. That's exactly what Kenyans are now feeling. But Uhuru concentrated his efforts in the mountain. Now, Rigathi Gachagua, who was abusing Uhuru Kenyatta, is already offering apologies. William Ruto is already using the same tactics he used against Uhuru Kenyatta of divide and rule. So Uhuru Kenyatta is very happy now that after being sent home, his guy, Raila Odinga, is being vindicated. Uhuru Kenyatta was rejected in the mountain because of the handshake. William Ruto has not only had a handshake with Raila Odinga, but he has gone further and appointed his allies to the cabinet. So Uhuru Kenyatta is now a vindicated man. The mountain are now regretting why they did not listen to Uhuru Kenyatta. That's number one. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta is also now taking center stage as far as Mount Kenya politics is concerned. Because remember, we had Uhuru Kenyatta on one side. Then we had Rigathi and Ruto on one side. What has happened now is that Rigathi and Ruto are separate, which means Uhuru is now katikati. Uhuru Kenyatta can now decide to side with Ruto. Still will be able to achieve his objectives. He can still do that to punish Rigathi Gachagua, who really frustrated him. He can still tilt the equation in favor of Rigathi Gachagua. And I'm just trying to figure out the kind of force in the mountain which can be witnessed the day Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua will emerge and speak with one voice. So Uhuru Kenyatta is now at the center of Mount Kenya politics. You see, yesterday, the 48 MPs were like, our kingpin is Ndiki. Now, at the initial stages, the same MPs were like, their kingpin is Rigathi Gachagua because he was now the deputy president. So I hope you understand that. So Uhuru is very happy. Number three, Uhuru Kenyatta can now use this moment to revenge against both of them. More so against William Ruto. There's something which I told you, that Uhuru Kenyatta is going to do everything possible to ensure that William Ruto is defeated in 2027 because he wants to revenge. And that's why Uhuru Kenyatta was really pushing for Raila Odinga to offer himself for the presidency again. But those who are handling Raila Odinga were not very sure whether the mountain were going to vote for Raila Odinga. But the truth is, if Uhuru Kenyatta were to just get a right candidate, say Matiang'i, and convince Kalonzo to join that camp, he can have a swift revenge on William Ruto. So he can now execute that revenge. And number 4, do you think William Ruto can now start pursuing the forceful takeover of Jubilee Party? He can't. Which means Uhuru Kenyatta cannot stamp his authority as the Jubilee leader. William Ruto used a lot of resources to try and frustrate Uhuru Kenyatta in Jubilee, winning over his members of parliament, taking over the officials, using the register of political parties. Right now, that UDA party, where they were headed to, is not split in the middle. So which means Uhuru can now focus on rebuilding Jubilee, while Rigathi and Ruto are sorting themselves out. And lastly, what Uhuru wanted in the mountain is likely to be actualized. Mount Kenya-based political party. During the last election, Uhuru Kenyatta really pursued the mountain to ensure that they go into the election with one political party. Who refused? Ruto. Ruto refused. Rigathi Gachagua refused. Because for Ruto, he wanted the mountain to vote as a block. For Rigathi Gachagua, he also wanted UDA to have numbers. But now who is pushing for Mount Kenya-based political party? Rigathi Gachagua. So I don't know what you think. But for me, Uhuru Kenyatta is the biggest beneficiary of the feud between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.